Hi, folks, here with homeless residential Tonya, and she's got a story to tell about her last arrest. She's told us about it in the last segment, but it wasn't. That segment was not just about this arrest. I think that's what she wanted. Tell us a little about you. Give us a recap. Who are you? What are you doing?
My name is Tonya. Residentially challenged and very angry about my arrest because it shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been arrested at all, but I
Tell us the story. What were you doing when you first saw the cops? What did they do? What did you do? What happened from before the cops even got there? Tell us, first of all, where were you?
The first time I saw him, and I got a gut feeling that it was for me, essentially.
Gut feeling it was for you? They were there for you?
Kind of, not necessarily for me, but I knew that they were going to. I have very good instincts. And anyways, I saw them at the light on Lake Avenue in Ulmerton. They were turning from Ulmerton.
Lake in Ulmerton. Is that in Clearwater?
Largo.
It's in Largo. Okay, keep going.
They were turning onto Lake Avenue from Ulmerton, and as soon as I saw them, I knew they were going to where I just came from, where I was staying for the time being. But I was headed elsewhere, so I didn't think anything. Well, I didn't give my gut any. Anyways, I just headed on to where I was going, and when I came back, the sheriff was sitting at the end of the cul-de-sac, as we call it, or Peter and his friends call it, actually. And the feeling of dread came over me, but my dumbass kept on going. Anyways, when I get there, he does his cop thing, and it's my theory, and a lot of people are on board with it, that most cops and guards, for that matter, became cops because they were either bullied or bullies. He was a bully, but he was really mean and he was a plain asshole. But anyways, he arrested me for felony possession of methamphetamine, which should have meant that I had drugs in a baggie, actual drugs in a baggie, or drugs, period. I was arrested, the thing that I was arrested for, a broken pipe.
Did you read the arrest affidavit? Tell us what it said. Do you have it with you?
No, but I can pull it up. It's public record.
Okay, well just keep talking since we're on camera. We don't want to pause for that.
Oh, I can do it and talk at the same time.
Okay.
But it's he looked at my ID. My ID says I'm insulin dependent. Insulin dependent means syringes are no longer cause for search or they are not able to use them as paraphernalia, which is a charge and an arrest against me unless I have a dope baggie right next to it.
Okay, keep going.
And I did not. But when I was getting my stuff out of my boyfriend's tent to leave, because we were being run off and got trespassed, meaning we couldn't come back without being arrested, he saw a syringe while I was getting my things. So that gave him cause to search in his head, which is illegal.
You think it was a bad search?
It was. I'm insulin.
You got a public defender?
Yes.
Spoken to them yet?
Yes.
What are they saying?
That it'll probably be thrown out. But while he did his search of the tent, he found the broken bubble in my boyfriend's hat, and it was my boyfriend's tent. Oh, and by the way, the syringe wasn't the kind that is used for IV drug use. It was the kind that you use in a hospital that a nurse would use to flush your IV.
Okay.
And but anyways, I got detained, put in the back of a cop car, and then read my rights because of this bubble. He knew that it was my boyfriend's hat, my boyfriend's tent, and he didn't care. I really hope his body cam's on, because and even if it's not on, it's all in my favor. But he's on cam saying to my boyfriend, "This your hat?" My boyfriend says yes, comes up, gets the hat, and rides off into the sunset. And then when he gets in the vehicle and I'm crying and bitching and moaning and pissing and about all this. He's like, oh well, luck of the draw, you showed up first.
That's what the cops said?
Yeah, but there's more to it. My friend, who was also arrested with me, she was carrying my backpack that did have used and once had dope in them. They were in my backpack. The cop knew it was my backpack because my bottle of insulin was in there. I told him it was my backpack numerous times. She was arrested on felony possession for my backpack.
So what was in the backpack again that was felonious?
The dope bags. Empty dope bags.
There was residue in there.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
they might have been washed, I don't know. But there was still baggies in my backpack.
Well, if there was no residue and no drugs, how is that a felony?
How is it a felony possession for a paraphernalia? A pipe is a paraphernalia charge.
The bubble, the pipe is paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, the pipe was not only broken, but it was wet and dirty because it was outside and only brought into the tent because my boyfriend was afraid I'd cut my foot off because I'm clumsy and I have the worst luck.
Okay.
So yeah, that Officer Corey Stud Studt is a world-class douchebag, and I hope that he is at the very least suspended without pay, but I hope he gets fired.
Have you considered doing an internal affairs complaint?
I will after everything's said and done. I might do it before. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to my lawyer first.
Your public defender?
Mm-hmm.
What's your public defender's name?
Nicole Bacchieri.
Do you think he's a good lawyer?
She? Yes.
Okay, Nicole, okay. So thank you very much for the segment. Next is going to be part 5. This was an outtake. Part 5 is going to be sex, intimacy, and love while homeless with lovely young Tonya here. Stay tuned, YouTube viewers.